There's a woman in Phoenix named Sarah who carries $47,000 in credit card debt. She earns $90,000 a year. She's been paying the minimum payment on her cards faithfully every month for the past 7 years. Never missed a payment, never been late. She has done everything the credit card company asked her to do. In those 7 years, she has paid the bank approximately $28,000 in interest alone. And her balance today? It's still $47,000, almost exactly where it started. Sarah hasn't been failing at her finances. She's been winning at a game that was designed to make her lose. And that game has a name. It's called compound interest. The same force that builds fortunes can also quietly destroy them. Today, I'm going to show you how. Albert Einstein is widely credited with calling compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. He supposedly said, "Those who understand it, earn it. Those who don't, pay it." Whether Einstein actually said this or not, the truth of the statement is irrefutable. Compound interest is the single most powerful financial force on earth. It can take $50 a month and turn it into $1 million over 40 years. It can also take a small credit card balance and turn it into a financial prison that lasts decades. The terrifying truth is this: most people only understand the half of compound interest that hurts them. They are blind to the half that could save them. Today, I'm going to teach you both halves: the trap and the escape. Before I show you the trap, I need to make sure you understand the underlying math. Most explanations of compound interest are unnecessarily complex. Here is the simple version. Compound interest means you earn interest on your interest. Imagine you put $100 in a savings account that pays 10% per year. After year 1, you have $110. The $10 in interest you earn now also starts earning interest. After year 2, you have $121. Not 120. 121. That extra dollar is the magic. It seems small. But across decades, those extra dollars compound into staggering amounts. The wealthy understand this on a deep level. They orient their entire financial lives around making compound interest work for them. The trap is when compound interest is working against you instead. Trap 1. Credit card minimum payments. This is where most people first encounter the dark side of compound interest. Credit card companies are required by law to set a minimum payment, usually around 2 to 3% of your balance. They market this as helping you. It is not helping you. Let me show you the math. Sarah's $47,000 balance on a card charging 22% interest. If she pays only the minimum payment every month, it will take her approximately 43 years to pay off that debt. She will pay the bank approximately $120,000 in interest alone. To pay back $47,000, she will hand the bank $167,000 over her lifetime. 43 years, compound interest working against her every single day, slowly eating her financial future alive. Trap 2. High-interest installment loans. This trap catches people who would never carry credit card debt but find themselves drawn into seemingly reasonable financing for a single major purchase. Furniture stores offer 84-month financing at 29% interest. Car dealerships push 7-year auto loans at 14% for buyers with average credit. Dental offices offer financing for procedures at 25%. The monthly payment looks affordable. The total cost is staggering. A $5,000 living room set financed at 29% over 7 years will cost you over $12,000. You are paying nearly 2.5 times the price of the furniture. Compound interest, hiding inside what feels like a reasonable purchase, quietly turning every $5,000 item into a $12,000 mistake. Trap 3. Investment fees that compound silently. This is the trap that catches even financially literate people. It feels insignificant, but it is devastating. Most actively managed mutual funds charge an expense ratio of 1 to 2% per year. That sounds tiny. 1%. Who could even notice? Here is what 1% actually costs you over a lifetime. Imagine 2 investors. Both put $100,000 in the market and add nothing else. Both earn an average of 8% per year. Investor A is in a low-cost index fund charging 0.03%. After 40 years, they have approximately $2.1 million. Investor B is in an actively managed fund charging 1%. After the same 40 years with the same returns, they have $1.4 million. That 1% fee cost them $700,000 over their lifetime. $700,000. Vanished into management fees. Compounded against them year after year while they didn't even realize it was happening. Now, for the good news. The same compound interest that destroyed Sarah's 7 years and silently consumed $700,000 of Investor B's wealth can also build fortunes from almost nothing. The wealthy have spent generations learning to flip compound interest from foe to friend. They've developed 4 specific escape moves. The first move is the most important. Eliminate all high-interest debt before doing anything else, not because debt is morally wrong, but because compound interest at 20% against you will always defeat compound interest at 8% for you. The math is brutal and simple. A person carrying credit card debt at 20% who also invests at 8% is losing 12% per year, every year, against themselves. They are running on a treadmill set to negative speed. The second escape move, switch from active to passive investing. Replace expensive actively managed funds with low-cost index funds that track entire markets. The fee difference compounds dramatically in your favor over decades. The third move, start early and never stop. Time matters far more than amount when it comes to compounding. A 25-year-old investing $200 a month will end up with more wealth than a 35-year-old investing $400 a month over the same retirement horizon. The early dollars do most of the work. The fourth and most powerful move, let compound interest run for as long as possible. Compound interest does almost nothing in the early years. The magic happens in the final decade or two. Most people quit during the boring years. The wealthy keep going. Let me show you what these escape moves actually produce over a lifetime. Compare 2 people, both age 25, both earning $50,000 a year. The first person carries average American debt, a $5,000 credit card balance at 20%, a car loan at 7%, and invests in an actively managed retirement fund charging 1% annually. By age 65, after 40 years of working, this person has accumulated approximately $320,000 in net worth. The second person follows the 4 escape moves, eliminates the credit card debt within 2 years, pays off the car loan, and never takes another. Invest the difference in a low-cost index fund. Starts at age 25 and never stops. By age 65, this person has accumulated approximately $1.8 million. Same income, same 40 years, almost 6 times the wealth. Compound interest didn't just work for them. It worked against the first person at the same time. Remember Sarah from Phoenix at the beginning of this video, the one with the $47,000 credit card balance and the $28,000 she's already paid in interest. If Sarah switched today, if she stopped making minimum payments and started attacking the debt aggressively, paying $800 a month instead of the minimum $200, her 43-year sentence becomes a 7-year sentence. She would save approximately $90,000 in interest. Even more importantly, the moment she eliminates that debt, that same $800 a month redirected into a low-cost index fund for 30 more years becomes approximately $1.1 million. Same person, same income, same dollars. The only thing that changed was which direction compound interest was running. From foe to friend. From prison to fortune. If you're carrying high-interest debt right now, here is what I want you to do this week. Make a list. Write down every debt you have. Write down the interest rate next to each one. Anything over 10% is actively destroying your financial future every single day. Attack those debts first. Aggressively. Before you invest. Before you save for vacations. before almost anything else. Then check your investment accounts. Find the expense ratios. Anything over 0.2% is silently leaking your wealth into someone else's pocket. Switch to low-cost index funds the moment you can, and then, the hardest move of all, start. Even if it's $25 a month. Even if it feels too small to matter. The early years of compound interest feel pointless. The later years feel like magic. The wealthy don't have a different math. They have a different relationship with that math. They made compound interest their ally. You can too. The math doesn't care who you are. It only cares which direction you're running. Choose carefully. Your future self is watching.